In the heart of medieval Europe, where kingdoms rose and fell by the sword, one symbol stood above all. Others are castle, towering walls, soaring towers, and an unbreakable core of stone that defined the power of lords and kings. This is the story of how such a masterpiece came to life, a journey through time, stone, and imagination. This is how to build the ultimate medieval castle. The vision begins on a fog-shrouded morning. The land is wild, untamed, and waiting. A high hill overlooks a river bend, commanding the valleys below. It is here that the lord of the land chooses to raise his fortress, a structure that will protect, inspire, and outlive him. The choice of location is everything. Height means power. Water means survival. Stone nearby means efficiency. Every castle begins as an idea in a mind that refuses to die. The first sound is not of swords, but of hammers and shovels. Hundreds of laborers arrive. Peasants, craftsmen, and masons. The land is cleared, the ground leveled, and deep trenches mark where walls will stand. The blueprint, drawn on parchment by the master mason, becomes reality one stake at a time. At first glance, it seems like chaos, men shouting, carts creaking, smoke rising from fires. But out of this chaos, order takes shape. Foundations are everything. Massive stones are lowered into trenches, locked with lime mortars and gravel. The base must be strong enough to bear tons of weight above it. This is where the castle's bones are born. The keep rises first, the heart of the fortress. It is not merely a tower, but a symbol of dominance. Its walls are meters thick, made of carefully cut limestone, fitted so tightly that even a knife blade cannot slip between them. The keep is both home and last refuge place, where the lord sleeps above his men and commands his world. Windows are narrow slits, not for light, but for defense. Every inch of its design serves purpose over beauty. And yet, in its perfection, beauty emerges. Around it, the inner bailey takes shape, enclosed by a high curtain wall. The walls curve around the keep like a protective shell. Along the parapet, masons carve craniations, those distinctive teeth that turn the wall into both shield and weapon. Archers can fire from behind them, ducking behind cover, loosing arrows into the wind. The courtyard inside fills with life. Smiths hammer swords and nails, carpenters raise beams for stables and kitchens, and smoke curls from blacksmith forges. The smell of fresh timber mixes with stone dust and sweat. The castle is alive long before it is finished. On the outer edge, the gatehouse takes form. It is the most vulnerable and most fortified point in the entire structure. Twin towers rise on either side of a great arched gateway, built to intimidate and protect. A deep tunnel passes through, lined with murder holes, dark openings, through which defenders can pour oil or stones onto invaders below. Above the tunnel, iron portcullises slide down with a thundering crash, trapping enemies like prey. This is the mouth of the castle, and it can bite. Outside, ditches are dug. The earth pulled from them forms mounds for added height. A moat takes shape, filled by nearby streams or rivers. It shimmers in the sunlight but hides deadly depth. Across it, a drawbridge lowers and rises, controlled by chains thicker than a man's arm. When raised, it seals the castle completely from the outside world. The perfect defense. Inside the walls, a second life begins to flourish. The great hall is raised, a vast chamber where the lord dines, holds court, and commands loyalty. Its timber roof arches, high like the ribs of a ship. Sunlight pours through small stained windows, illuminating banners, armor, and carved stone pillars. Here, feasts are held, vows are sworn, and history is made. Below the hall, storerooms hold grain and salt, and deep below those, the cellars store wine and secrets. The air grows cold and damp as you descend, a reminder that comfort above is built upon hardship below. From the air, the 3D structure begins to resemble a living organism. Each wall, a limb, each tower, an eye. The mason's skill shows in the symmetry. Every tower faces the right direction to defend against attacks. Every wall is angled to deflect siege weapons. On the outer edges, round towers replace the old square design. Around towers, stronger catapult stones glance off rather than crack its corners. Its interior spirals upward, linking levels with narrow stairs that twist clockwise. A subtle but deadly advantage, for it allows right-handed defenders to swing freely at attackers struggling upward. Atop the towers, the battlements crown the structure. From here, the view is breathtaking. Fields stretch 4 miles, dotted with villages and rivers glinting in the light. Yet the view is not for beauty, it is for control. A watchman stationed here can spot an enemy days before they arrive. Each hour, a horn sounds, echoing through stone corridors, marking the rhythm of life inside these walls. But a castle is not merely stone and mortar. It is an entire ecosystem of human purpose. Blacksmiths, cooks, guards, and servants move in a careful dance. Soldiers train in the bailey, their armor clanking in unison. Horses whinny in the stables, their hooves echoing on cobblestone. The chapel bells ring at dawn, their sound drifting over ramparts. Iban in peace. The castle breathes like a great living thing. As construction continues, the outer bailey grows. Workshops line its perimeter, homes for servants and soldiers fill its spaces. The walls of the outer bailey are lower but broader, designed to slow and weaken any assault before it reaches the heart. At the far end, a small postern gate provides a secret escape route, hidden behind hedges and angled corridors. It can save a lord's life or doom him if betrayed. The 3D model now stands complete, a marvel of medieval engineering. But perfection is tested only in war. The sky darkens, horns sound from the distant hills. Enemy forces approach, banars snapping in the wind. The rowbridge rises, the portcullis slams down. Soldiers rush to the walls, bows ready, eyes steady. Siege engines roll across the fields, trebuchets, rams, and towers. The first stones fly, crashing into walls, shaking the earth. Dust fills the air, and still the castle holds. Arrows whistled from the battlements, pouring down in deadly rain. Through the narrow slits, archers pick targets with precision. Boiling water spills through murder holes, and the air fills with screams. Yet the defenders remain calm. The design of the castle itself does half their fighting. Each layer buys them time. The moat stops the ram. The gatehouse traps invaders. The inner wall breaks their spirit. The ultimate castle was built not to avoid war, but to outlast it. Days pass. The siege continues. Fires burn along the outer walls, but the keep stands unshaken. From its highest tower, the Lord watcheth. As the enemy withdraws, smoke rises, then fades into the mist. The castle endures, and Dathmomen stone becomes legend. When peace returns, the fortress transforms again. The great hall fills with music. Candles flicker in iron sconces, illuminating the faces of knights and ladies. The same walls that defied war now cradle celebration. Tapestries hang from the stone, telling stories of battles won and saints remembered. Children play in the courtyard, where once soldiers marched. The blacksmith forges tools instead of swords. Yet even in peace, the castle's defenses remain ready. Guards patrol the walls, the portcullis creaks, and the moat glimmers under moonlight. Its presence is eternal, both home and warning. Over generations, the castle evolves. Stone replaces timber roofs, towers grow taller, moats deeper. With each addition, knowledge passes from one mason to the next. They carve marks, tiny symbols hidden in cornerstone leave their names in eternity. Gothic arches replace Romanesque simplicity. Light floods into the chapel through stained glass that paints the floor in color. What began as a fortress becomes an art form. The ultimate medieval castle is a fusion of defense, faith, and legacy. Within its walls, laws are written, alliances forged, and revolutions born. The castle becomes the spine of civilization, the anchor of authority in a chaotic world. To stand within it is to feel time itself pressing on the stones. Imagine centuries passing. The banners change, the armor evolves, the world outside transforms, but the castle remains. Its stones weather wind and war, its moat fills with reeds, but its outline still commands respect. The people who built it are long gone, but their craftsmanship endures. The ultimate castle was not built for one lifetime, but for all. Centuries later, travelers arrive and see it rising from the mist. They run their hands along the same stones, feel the grooves cut by forgotten tools, and sense the heartbeat of 1,000 years. The castle has become more than a fortress. It is memory itself, carved into earth and sky. In our 3D journey, the camera pulls back, revealing the full magnificence of what human ambition and ingenuity achieved. The castle stands as both monument and messenger, testament to willpower, precision, and imagination. The drawbridge lowers once more, not for armies, but for us to step through and understand the minds of those who built it. The journey through time ends where it began. A hill, a river, a dream of permanence. Building the ultimate medieval castle was never only about defense. It was about mastering time. Every tower, wall, and stone was a promise to endure. And even now, centuries later, that promise still stands. The perfect fortress, the ultimate castle, the eternal heart of the Middle Ages, standing proud against the ages.